Hi guys, back with another lesson. Another lesson today about buy setups. I'm going to teach you how to identify buy setups. Okay, let's get to it. Buy setup. So we're looking at standard buy setups today. We're not looking at any like complex ones like parabolic buy setups or breakouts or support buy setups, anything like that. We're just looking at standard buy setups today. Okay, so this is a buy setup in the uptrend starting. So you got the higher high, higher low, you got another higher high, and then what you're looking for is a sequential pullback, like no overlapping bars, just nice and smooth pullback. Then you're looking for something like a bottom and tail, change of color bar, and look, that's a buy setup. That is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, so this is where you would have got in on the buy setup right here. Put your stop loss there, entries there, and you would have shot off. That's your buy setup. But what you're looking for in a buy setup, you're not just looking for like just standard buy setups like this. You're looking for like multiple concepts forming in one area to kind of prove that your buy setup is a good buy setup, and it's like gives you a higher probability of working. So look, you want like a roughly a 50% retracement. So this is the retracement. How as we're going up and then coming down, this is 50% retracement here. So this from this top and this bottom, you're looking at roughly 50% of a pullback called price. We call that price correction. So roughly 50% retracement. And then prior pivot support. This is the prior pivot support here, this area here. So this is a pivot. Come down and go back up. When it comes down, you want it to come back around 50% retracement, and you want it to use this as support as well. So this is another concept forming to let you know that your buy setup is got a high probability of working. Then you could use stuff like your trending line as well. Your buy setup retraces back towards your trending line. Then your bottom and tail comes in to show there's a lot of demand. Change of color bar, 50% retracement, prior pivot support with a trend line. Also a moving average. Let's just say this is the 20 moving average, the 20 MA, and this is also underneath your buy setup as well. Your buy setup coming back down to the trend line and the 20 MA and then shooting off. So that's a good buy setup. This is like obviously a perfect structure of a buy setup. This ain't how it's always gonna look or normally gonna look on the chart, but this is what you're looking for. Sometimes you can get it perfect like this as well. You can have a chart looking so perfect just like this as well. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at some real charts of real buy setups. All right, let's go. Okay, so here we got CrowdStrike. I'm actually in a swing trade in this right now, actually. So this is CrowdStrike on a 5 minutes setup, 5 minutes bar. So look, you got the uptrend going. It pulls back 50%. Prior pivot. If we had a trend line drawn, the trend line would have been there. And this is the 20 MA moving average. Look, goes up, pulls back 50%, bounces. There's your buy setup, gone to the races. That would have been 1 into 2, 1 into 3 probably for your money, risk to reward. Then we got Alphabet, which is Google. We know as Google. Like I said, not every single one of them are going to look perfect, but you use these indicators and use the other concepts to kind of give you a better probability and kind of guide you. So there's quite a few buy setups here in this Google chart. So we've got it coming up here. Then the sequential pullback, look, no overlapping bars, lovely pullback. Then the doji bar, change of color bar, goes up. Retracement, nearly 50%, I would say 40% retracement. And then up, up, up. Look, loads of buy setups here. Look, this is another one. Pullback here, buy setup here, all the way up. Your stop loss would have been there. You would have got your 2 into 1. A load of buy setups here. Another one. So trigger starts, sequential pullback, nice smooth pullback, change of color bar, comes back to the moving average. If the trend line was drawn, it would have been there. The trend line, 20 MA, bounces off of the 20 MA, up to the races. This would have been big money for everyone if you caught that buy setup there. Look, that's a nice 50% retracement. Look, start of the move, you wait for the pullback, 50% pullback, prior pivot support. Remember that prior pivot support I was talking about in the examples I showed you? And then boom, straight up to the races. Then straight up to the races. Gone. It's a good one. Oh, a lovely one here. So on the day we get a gap up, gaps up, comes down, kind of a sloppy pullback. 50% retracement, maybe a bit more, 60% retracement, and then boom, off. Your stop loss would have been here, and boom, it would have come back down, grinded down, come down to the moving average, then shot back up. You'd have been out this trade in 2 hours. Lovely. Another one. Let's find this up here. So this is the buy setup here. So up, 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 retracement, doji bar at the 20 MA. Trend line would have been here. Pull back to prior pivot support. Trend line would have been there. 20 MA. All types of big volume coming in. And then look, gone. Look, your stop loss would have been there. And then look, respects the 20 MA the whole way up. That would have been 3 into 1 for your money. And when I say like 1 to 2 into 1 and 3 into 1 for your money, I'm talking about your risk to reward. So for example, if we was waiting for this buy setup and it was gone up to here and then it come back down here, if we put a stop loss here, which was a 50p stop loss, let's just say, example, if it was a 50p stop loss and that stop loss cost you £100, yeah? So that means your stop loss is £100 and it gets you out of the trade if it touches that stop loss. But then going up, you would have made £200. So that's 1 into 2. I'm going to talk about risk to rewards and all that stuff in future videos. I'm going to also tell you about volume and stuff like that. So subscribe, definitely subscribe, because I will be showing you everything, how to trade properly. And look, off to the races. So some quick buy setup examples, just a quick examples to show you, and some tips now. All right, let me just move me out the way. All right, so tip 1, multiple concepts forming. Raise the odds for your buy setup to have a high probability of working by looking for multiple concepts forming, i.e. trend lines, moving averages, volume, market direction, etc. So when I was talking about, you're not just looking for a buy setup and thinking, oh yeah, it's great, buy setup, let's go for it. No, you have to have multiple things forming in that area to make it a good buy setup, to make it the odds be on your side. you know, because trading's an edge. You want to have that little edge, and that little edge over hundreds and hundreds of trades will ultimately make you money. Okay, so tip 2, trade with the market. Do not trade against the market, as 90% of stocks follow the market direction. For example, if the overall market, S&P and NASDAQ, for example, is falling, your buy setup is most likely to fail. So you don't want the overall market tanking, blood in the streets, and you're going for a buy setup in a stock, because 90% of the stocks follow the market. Yeah, so you don't want to do that. Your buy setup's gonna fail, you know, so you wait to trade in the direction that the market is going. The only time is an exception to trade against the market is when your stock is showing relative strength. Yeah, this is something I'm going to teach you as well. This is like the holy grail of trading. This is like one of my main strategies and indicators to let me know that a stock is going in a certain direction or my trade is going to work. But relative strength, relative weakness, remember that. Definitely subscribe, because I'll be showing you that too. Tip 3, check ATR. So the ATR means the average trading range. So average trading range is important, especially when day trading. i.e., if a stock's ATR, average trading range, is $2, you shouldn't take a buy setup at £1.70 of that particular stock that only does $2, because the odds are against you. So let me kind of break that down a bit more. So say if a stock every single day has been doing average $2, like the daily chart shows that it's been doing $2 every single day. You don't want to get into a buy setup when the stock is already done near enough $2. If it's done £1.70, you don't want to get into a buy setup then and then think that you're going to get your risk to reward, the amount of risk to reward you need to make money. So you want to always check the stock's ATR, average trading range. All right. So yeah, quick few tips, show you how to trade buy setups, and yeah, there'll be a lot more coming, guys. So all right, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.